dog, me dog, walking round in the mud. Just when day is dawning, we go out in the morning to find pretty places to go. 'Cause everybody knows Mimi is a babe and Jim gay. Oh, her love to her puppy, and she wouldn't ever leave me. Jimmy dog, Mimi dog, they're the best. I'm stuck in a bog. Now the day has dawned. We're walking round the floor, looking for something interesting to do. Well, this is a much better place to walk because it looks like there's been a lot of crushed bricks and also burnt things, charcoal on the ground, which is deterring the slugs. No, but I still have to look at the ground because I don't want to squish them by mistake. I wish they'd go and hide somewhere. When do slugs go and hide? Is it because it's damp? Will they go away when it gets drier, if it gets drier? Da, 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 da. I want to go further into the forest today, although we were blocked yesterday by many branches. Hopefully today, sluggies everywhere. I don't like them there. I wish the sluggies would go to bed because I don't want to tread on them. Sluggies everywhere. Why don't they go to sleep? 'Cause Mummy doesn't want to tread on them with her feet. Typical. I need to pee. I can wait. That's rather good. 4 days of eating flax seeds. I appear to have habituated. I am no longer constipated and anti-diuretic. So my stomach is behaving normally, which is always good. I think humans just need to eat a lot of raw seeds. Seeds include nuts, pulses, grains, but we have to eat whole seeds with the endosperm, with the cyanide, uncooked. And that rights depression. As for ADHD and autism, that's because when society is wrong, mothers get stressed. It could be poison, it could be social, it could be illness, any sort of stress. It switches on ancestral genes, reverting us to Neanderthal types, where language is not so important. We're more resilient to the bad human society, which is obviously killing the world and stressing out mothers. And unfortunately, these old genes are sat in the middle of newer genes, which is why we get genetic diseases. Diseases are just caused by the mismatch of ancestral genes with the newer ones. And of course, the easiest way to switch back to ancestral type is to stop blood flow to the brain. So, because that's one of the more recent evolutionary developments, eating meat and increasing blood flow to the brain. So of course our brains don't work, and that's why we stimmy and we're hyperactive, because we're using muscular contraction to get the blood to our brain. It's not the dopamine hypothesis, because there's no... Look how many slugs there are. Because we have no problems with reward and addiction. In fact, many of us like to be addicted. The problems are with switching attention consciously, choosing what to focus on. And that is the prefrontal cortex. And so it's the vasopressin hypothesis. We simply don't have enough central nervous system vasopressin to get blood flow to the brain. This is why I have problems with recall. If you notice, I'm like a Alzheimer's person. It's not that I don't have memories, it's just that I can't be bothered to recall them. Too much effort. And so I tend to do what Alzheimer's do, confabulation, which is incredibly complex stories to explain things that are actually unrelated to the truth, because I can, with a lot of effort, recall the truth. And I tend to give myself too much locus of control. For example, in my mind, I chose to come off antidepressants. The reality is, antidepressants were never sent to me. There was a computer failure at the GP. In my mind, I chose to stop all drugs. The reality is, I had no money. I stopped all drugs and food for that reason, which is also why I'm eating squirrel food. My sister bought squirrel food. It came to my house by mistake. I started eating it, and lo and behold, my depression went away. Unfortunately, human food is just too processed. And as for my postmenopausal symptoms of bone weakness, muscular weakness, well, obviously that's the hygiene hypothesis. People wash their hands way too much. What do you think's in probiotic pills? It's baby poo. So what do you think is in Bangladeshi fermented foods? It's fecal bacteria. So if I just go back to eating dirty food, that should stop the bone degradation and the weak muscles. Evidence, all these things, depression, autoimmune diseases like allergies and arthritis, postmenopausal symptoms, these are all Western diseases, and they've only just started in Bangladesh now that people are eating a Western diet and using Western hygiene, like chemicals to kill bacteria. There we go, Shmeem fixes medicine.